One of my favorite handhelds that I use very often is the Steam Deck. And if you've seen my Steam Deck in other videos, you know that I have this case on it all the time. And this is the mod case from JSAUX. I feel like JSAUX really kind of blew up with their Steam Deck accessories, so it only makes sense that they would jump into the Switch 2 market. I reached out to them to check out one of their grip cases, and they were kind enough to actually send me a bunch of stuff to show you guys. Now, them sending me this stuff for free does not influence my opinions in any way. This video is not sponsored, they didn't pay me any money, they were just like, hey, we want to send you some stuff to check out and tell your viewers about, and so that's what we're doing today. I don't even know if I'd call this a review. I will tell you some of the good and the bad things that I found with a few of these items, and we're just gonna kind of showcase and talk about them, and I'll have links in the description to these and other JSAUX stuff. Now, the Switch 2 is a great portable device, but maybe you want to take the entire thing with you, as in your dock, a charger, a controller, amiibos, accessories, measuring tape, allergy spray, a fake plant, you know, the essentials. Well, thankfully, JSAUX makes a very big carrying case so you can do just that.
It's too big. I can't fit it in the shot. It's too big.
It's a tough case with thick padding on the inside, compartments for your Switch 2, the dock, the controller, the charger, separate Joy-Cons, cables, extra accessories, whatever you want to take that might fit into the zipper compartment along the top, and it even includes a slim carrying case for just the Switch 2 itself. And this whole thing, including the slim carrying case, is only about $35 on Amazon. And if you just want the slim carrying case, that's only about 16 bucks. By the way, this is not a sponsored video, but I will have affiliate links to Amazon pages for various products in this video, just in case you want to pick them up there. If you do purchase through those affiliate links, I will get a little bit back, and every little bit helps. So if you want to pick up any of these things, make sure to use my links and it is greatly appreciated. I really like the etched designs here on the fake leather strip that goes along the top of the case. I think the Joy-Con colored zippers on both the large case and the slim case look really nice as well. And the slim case even has a wrist strap if you want to carry that around just for that extra added protection of not being able to drop it because you got it taped to your hand. One thing I think every Switch 2 needs is a screen protector, and thankfully JSAUX has a couple of different options. They sent me their ultra clear screen protector, which goes for about $8 for a pack of 2, and it's got one of those little easy installation frames, and I mean, it's a tempered glass screen protector. If you've used one for your phone, you know what to expect here. You just stick it onto your Switch 2 and it's going to protect from some scratches. They also have a matte screen protector available if that's more your speed, and that is the same price for a pack of 2. There are also thumb grips. Everyone likes a good set of thumb grips, right? Well, for 10 bucks you can get a pack of thumb grips available in a bunch of different color options. They sent me the blue and red to match the colors of the Joy-Cons. Personally, I would have much preferred the black color. I don't love the bright colors on the actual thumbsticks themselves, but it is kind of growing on me. And maybe I shouldn't be impressed by this, but I am impressed that they managed to match the colors of the thumb grips with the red and blue under the thumbsticks on the actual Joy-Cons. Like, exactly. And you know what? I gotta hand it to them. That is a nice touch. Each pack will give you 3 different options of thumb grips for each stick. You've got the sort of basic flat version with the ridged edges and the smooth center. You've got taller, thicker versions of that same design in case maybe you're playing some first-person shooters and you want a little bit more range of motion for your aiming. My personal favorite is the one that has the smooth edges and the textured thumbs themselves. I just feel like I get more grip with that one. The other ones feel like they're a little bit too smooth on top for me, so I prefer this more textured one. And even though I don't love the colors, I'll probably keep these on because I like them. Now, unfortunately, the Switch 2, much like the Switch 1, is just not the most comfortable handheld to use for extended periods of time. If you're like me, you probably want a decent grip case to make it much more comfortable to play in handheld mode. Well, JSAUX has a slew of options available. They sent me the transparent white split protective case, and they've also got a transparent black option as well. I don't have an Amazon link for this one. I couldn't find it on Amazon, so I'll just link directly to JSAUX's website where you can find it there. And this one is pretty okay. It's made out of plastic. You got 2 different size options for the actual grips, which will snap onto the Joy-Cons, and they are detachable from the center piece of the grip. There are the smaller grips, which have a bit more of a traditional controller-like downward slope. To me, they're just a little bit too slippery because of the slope and the smooth plastic, so I much prefer the other option, which has a thicker grip, which is just a lot easier for me to hold on to. The plastic is textured, it's not that smooth, but to me it just still feels a little bit slippery for my liking. The centerpiece is a very thin, I almost want to say flimsy plastic. This is not going to protect your Switch 2 from drops or anything. It's probably just there to protect from scuffs and scratches. JSAUX does say this is dockable, but personally I had a pretty difficult time docking this thing. You probably could with some effort, but I felt a little too afraid to break my Switch 2 dock, so I'm just not gonna bother with that. If anything, you can just take the centerpiece off and just use the Joy-Con grips since they are detachable. But you know what? The centerpiece is pretty nice. It just snaps onto the Switch 2, and the cutouts fit perfectly where they need to go, exposing the speakers and the vent and your buttons and everything. I do like that the plastic is tapered around where the power and volume buttons are, so it's easy to find those buttons with your finger without having to look and see where it is you're pressing. And the cutouts for the kickstand and the cartridge slot are perfectly cut out, so those are very easily accessible. It also comes off very easily in case you just want to use the Joy-Con grips, which is good because the Joy-Con grips can be very difficult to take off. I'm not a huge fan of this grip case, I'm gonna be honest, but they do have a Switch 2 version of the mod case, which is the same one I have for my Steam Deck here, and from what I hear, the Switch 2 version is very comfortable. It's called the mod case because it is modular. It's got different modules that you can attach to it, just like the one for the Steam Deck. I'm gonna link the mod case and the Steam Deck version of the mod case in the description as well, in case maybe you've got a Steam Deck and you're looking for a case for that too. There is another split case that they make if you do want detachable Joy-Cons. From what I hear, that one is better than this one. I don't have that here, so I haven't tested it out, but I have heard it's pretty good, so I will link that in the description for you as well. Now, the mod case is a thick single body piece. There's no detachable Joy-Cons here, and you're not going to be able to dock your Switch 2 with this case on. So I would really only recommend it if you are going to be playing primarily in handheld mode. But hey, maybe you do want something like the mod case or another thicker, not so dockable case, and you still want to be able to display your Switch 2 on your TV or monitor whenever you want to. Well, there are third-party options out there for docks, and thankfully JSAUX makes one for only 20 bucks. This is the JSAUX portable dock for Switch 2 and Switch 1. You just plug in your USB-C cable, an HDMI cable hooked up to a display, and it also has a single USB port if needed. Then you just plug the dock cable into your Switch 2, and nothing happens. Nothing is happening. Why is nothing happening? It is connected. I can see it's delivering power to the Switch 2, but it isn't displaying anything. So yeah, in case you're not aware, Nintendo released an update for the Switch 2 just last month in November that pretty much disabled all third-party docks from working with the Switch 2. Now, Nintendo says that they didn't intend for this to happen. I wouldn't put it past Nintendo to maybe not really be in a big rush to patch that so that third-party docks will work again. So as of recording this, if you're watching this anytime soon, right now, this dock does not work with the Switch 2. I don't know if JSAUX knows that. They still have this marketed and listed as a Switch 2 third-party dock, but right now it's just not working. It does work with the Switch 1 though, so if you're looking for a cheap portable dock for your Switch 1, this does work, and hopefully, eventually, it will work again with the Switch 2. There have always been a lot of naysayers when it comes to third-party docks for the Switch, including myself in the past. I've just personally never used them because of the whole power delivery issue that Nintendo has with the Switch, and now the Switch 2 as well. But there are also plenty of people out there who have been using third-party docks for their Switch 1 for years, and this thing is over 8 years old now, so your mileage may vary. If anything, you may just want to stick to using the charger that came with your Switch or Switch 2 if you're going to use a third-party dock, but don't take my word for it. I'm not a doctor. And that is going to wrap it up for the slew of JSAUX products that I was sent here today for the Switch 2. There are a whole lot of Switch 2 accessories from JSAUX that I haven't even mentioned. I will have their Amazon store linked in the description so you can check out all the different things that they offer for the Switch 2 if you are interested. And again, those purchases through any of those products, even the ones not in this video, if you purchase through my link in the description, will help out the channel, which is greatly appreciated. But if you want to support the channel for free, you can do so by subscribing if you're new. Like this video if you did, dislike it if you didn't, leave a comment telling me one way or the other. Watch some other videos, like and leave comments on those as well, and share videos with your friends. Tell your friends about the channel. Basically anything you want to do to support the channel for free. I've also got links to other stuff in the description that are not as free in case you want to contribute to those in any way. I'm gonna wrap things up here. You guys can go ahead and watch another video that's on the screen, and I'll see y'all next time. I just realized that my freaking... Well, that explains why I had the ISO so high, because my f-stop was at 4 instead of 1.8. Now I'm completely washed out. Alright,